never voted for a Democrat, but this year I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
It is a joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey, move out my way. Yes, so nice!
Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode, another late night episode. I hope I find you well. I hope everybody had a good day. Thank you so much for joining. So we have something to talk about tonight. Let me see who they are so far. This is really an episode of JPU late nights. I don't mind. I hope you guys don't either. So I want to wish everybody a good International Mental Health Day. Today, we should have been minding our mental health if we haven't done so. Sometimes we get so caught up with life, work, family, we often neglect our mental health. And sometimes we don't really pay attention until we start feeling weird. So today was just a reminder that we need to pay attention to our mental health, make sure that we are healthy, more than just physically healthy, but mental health, as you know, is very important. Oftentimes when we don't feel right, guys, it's mental health. How a lot of people, kind of reboot themselves mentally is by taking time to themselves. When you're at work, you're with other people most times. You have to interact with other people. When you're home with your kids or your family, So you really sometimes have to make an effort. That's the case for some people, not all. Or some people, they may have a life where it's not hard to get some alone time, So if you are that person with that hectic lifestyle where you're always with people and around people, and the only time you really get to be alone is when you take a nap or maybe when you're sleeping, take a day, take a few days. Go be with nature, go for a long walk. I remember during COVID, that was very helpful for me. I would go to this really nice park near home where I would walk for miles just out there with nature, sound, sight, smell, just nature. And that was so good. So I hope that everybody's just taking care of themselves. So let us see. Big up our friends. Moderator, welcome back. Good night, everybody. Lifestyle. Moderator, can you please put the link in the chat, please? If anybody wants to come up in the box tonight, you're welcome. Dirty Cup, big up yourself. Welcome back. Good to see you. I sound a little hollow. Oh, is it better now? Let me know if it's better now, lifestyle. I know why I sound hollow, because I had the thing on my phone as well. But I turned it off. So, welcome back, everybody. Now, guys, we have a really important topic for talk about tonight. Really important. And this topic came to me because I wasn't going to come on tonight, It was a long day, came in, and plus the weather changed. Suddenly the temperatures drop. Where I am, it's like 57 degrees. I'm not complaining, just saying, things just got a little weird. Anyway, what brought me on tonight to talk to you guys and talk with you guys was I was listening to a video today as I was out and about. The former president of the United States, Barack Obama, he hit the campaign trail for the first time to campaign for Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. Campaign for the Democratic Party. Liz Cheney's been out there. Some Republicans have been out there. And the former president finally went out there. And when I listened to his speech, guys, may I tell you, say, me never know I could have lived to say identical politics between Jamaica and the United States. As you can see in the title here, it says PNP's internal tyranny spills on the country and the national politics. So for the next election, you're either going to have that toxicity that spilled over on the national stage, national politics, from the PNP versus a united country. So tonight I'm here to tell Andrew Holness, anybody have contacts with Andrew Holness, tell Andrew Holness, the JPU, say he has a huge responsibility at this time to unite the country. Because if he does not unite the country, if he does not unite, I'm going night and showing you the importance of uniting Jamaica, and the onus to unite the country is solely on Andrew Holness, because only he is capable of doing that right now. Mark Golding cannot unite Jamaica because he's not a unifier. He destroyed the PNP. He's even worse than Bunting. So he cannot. And he doesn't want to unite our country. He wants to divide us with orange and green. So right now I'm saying to Andrew Holness, you have to unite this country. Guys, I'm going to play a few clips here. And then I will come back and we'll talk about it.
My grandmother used to say, you have to be able to pick sense out of nonsense. And she was not a well-schooled woman, but she had the sense of discernment. Not everything that is published, not everything that is written, not everything that is carried by gossip and rumors should be believed. Information is like food. Be careful what you feed your mind. Be careful where you get your information. Read with discernment. One of the most frustrating things for me is to have intelligent people call me and ask me about rumors. The battle for the mind. So, today, get it in your mind that Jamaica is an economically stronger country than it has ever been since our independence. We have achieved 12 quarters of consecutive economic growth following the COVID pandemic. We have a record unemployment rate of 4.2%, the lowest national debt to GDP ratio in 30 years.
All right, guys, I'm going to let you hear Obama and then I'll come back.
And one of the most disturbing aspects of this election season about Trump's rise in politics is how we seem to have set aside the values that people like Dan stood for and Bob stood for and that I was taught, and those didn't used to be Republican Democratic values. I mean, it used to be we'd have arguments about tax policy or foreign policy, but we didn't have arguments about whether you should tell the truth or not. We didn't make excuses for people who just violated basic norms. We had one of the deadliest hurricanes in American history. The beautiful town of Asheville, North Carolina, one of my favorite places in the country. Spent time there, amazing people. Devastated. Hundreds of people killed. And President Biden and Vice President Harris were down there meeting with local officials and comforting families, asking how they could help. And Donald Trump at a rally just started making up stories about the Biden administration withholding aid from Republican areas and siphoning off aid to give to undocumented immigrants. Just made the stuff up. Everybody knew it wasn't true. Even local Republicans said it was not true. And now the people of Florida are dealing with another devastating storm. And I want you to watch what happens over the next few days, just like the last time. You're going to have leaders who try to help, and then you have a guy who will just lie about it to score political points, and this has consequences. You know, people who are conservative, who didn't vote for me, who didn't agree with me. I had friends who disagreed with me on every issue. When did that become okay? Why would we go along with that? I mean, if your coworkers acted like that, they wouldn't be your coworkers very long. If you're in business and somebody you're doing business with just outright lies and manipulates, you stop doing business with them. Even if you had a family member who acted like that, you might still love them, but you tell them you got a problem. And you wouldn't put them in charge of anything. And yet, when Donald Trump lies or cheats or shows utter disregard for our Constitution, when he calls POWs losers or fellow citizens vermin, people make excuses for it. They think it's okay. They think, well, at least he's owning the libs. He's really sticking it to them. It's okay as long as our side wins. And by the way, I'm sorry, gentlemen. I've noticed this especially with some men who seem to think Trump's behavior, the bullying and the putting people down, is a sign of strength. And I am here to tell you that is not what real strength is.
Yeah, guys, it's very serious. Jamaica and the United States are currently sharing the same political struggle. The same exact thing that the Trump people or the MAGA people are doing is the same thing that Mark Golding is doing in Jamaica. The same exact thing. We have never seen people in our politics tell so many bold-faced lies without a care that they would be caught lying. And then they have people out on these platforms following their lead with the lies and trying to destroy people. It's the same friggin' politics. At least in the United States, you have people like Liz Cheney and other Republicans who come out and come say, we not support this. This is foolishness. This is disgusting. This is disgraceful. We're not supporting this. But what do we have in the PNP? You have one or few people walk away silently because they don't want to rock the boat. As if they're scared of this man. Nobody's afraid of Mark Golding. Mark Golding is a disgusting person based on his actions, based on all the things that he has said about the PNP people, Them are hustlers and when call them? Like him that said them are hustlers and beggars. Something to that effect. He referred to members of parliament as boy them. The amount of thing with a man I do. Me know to God, say if Andrew Holness ever try that in a Jamaica, him own mother would have come out and condemn him. Not to mention we the people. Because we not grow sign. But this man has been able to get away with calling people boy them. And go up on platform, go call people traitor. I wonder if Jamaica people them see where they make people are coming our country come get away with. And they would have never make one of their own get away with it. Because why? We don't grow us off a true. But they make other people come in their country and get away with it and diss up their own people. Me hear somebody talk and say one of the worst thing we could happen is when a black man ready for sell out another black man at the worst thing. I don't like on the style. Same thing happen. So what I am saying now, the toxic behavior of those aligned with the PNP, it cannot spill over on the country anymore. Andrew Holness has to come out and unite the country, and the onus is on him to do it. Yes, and if he doesn't do it, then what we're going to see in Jamaica and our politics is a continuation of Trumpism in our country. And we have to call it Trumpism because we're not used to this in our politics. You hear what the former president Barack Obama said? There was a time when we used to talk about, when we used to debate fiercely as the Democrats and Republicans on taxes. We used to debate on foreign policy. I'm going to talk it over here. Oh, and last week say, our politics in Jamaica is not like that anymore. We're not debating the real stuff anymore. We're not talking about policies anymore. Andrew Holness has a responsibility to guide Jamaica to safer shores in terms of where this tyrant, Mark Golden, is trying to take our country. You know we talk straight over here, you know. Nobody can't run up in a way over here, you know. And we not talk nothing but the truth. Anything we talk will come out with evidence, come back up that. This man is a tyrant in the PNP. I want to see when tyranny do mash down the party. The party can't unite from this man come is like a this. Hey, let me show you something. You see in a life, when you set out to do harm to people who don't deserve it, some serious judgment can reach you. We've seen it happen time and time again. I'm going to show you a picture. Look what happened to 3 men immediately after them troubled the Prime Minister. Because God up ever see and know say if Andrew Holness did deserve what them a do, nothing would have happened. When you think about it, if Andrew Holness did deserve what then do, nothing would have happened. You say Big Stone make them carry him on PNP platform. Go say Andrew Holness have him under bondage. Those were his words, and that is what Big Stone told Dayton Campbell on the political platform. Over there in jungle, Big Stone, a man who people respect from when Big Stone come and make them a so-called PNP come clown him out. Hold on. Shoot. Hold on, guys. Oh God. Hold on. I'm coming. Anyway, I'm gonna keep talking while I'm doing something. I might sound a little shallow for now, but I'll soon fix it. Big Stone, make them carry him on stage go do something that was not what we know Big Stone for. And you see, right after Big Stone do this, go up there go talk about Andrew Holness have me under bandage. Not even a week later, Big Stone came out here on YouTube crying in pain. Say he's in the hospital and he's in pain. Them diagnose him with stage 4 prostate cancer. Now, I am not saying this to rejoice over Big Stone illness or to say that Big Stone deserve it, because we don't grow those kind of way. I am saying, look how Big Stone allowed himself to be used by these people, when Big Stone should have been in his element as a spiritual man and paying attention to himself and his body to know that things have changed and something might be wrong. But instead, he allowed other kind of spirits to invade his personal space and carry him going on one different realm. To do this and to tell lie and come back with the same shackles them that once shackled his foreparents, and come to make a mockery of it. How do you survive something like that? And even after he announced his diagnosis, Mark Golding never look on him and say, let me try to fly over Cuba, see if I can get look more years for your life after this diagnosis. No. You are this pastor in the middle, where after the whole thing review and looked at, you realize that him didn't at the church a true word upon the Prime Minister. Them same is a PNP pastor, the family them give the benefit of the doubt, say, all right, come talk over our mother, who's a JLP, because probably they weren't even thinking politics because they're mourning the loss of their mom. And they probably trusted this man to come there and do the right thing. You guys heard the disappointment in the family. But this man attacked the Prime Minister in the church. And I floor him reach after that. Immediately. Mark Golding come say Andrew Holness must resign because a horse dead and cow fat and not no go so we must say. One day after, his mother dead. We have to be careful. We have to be careful. It's not saying you're not supposed to talk when things are being done wrong, you know. But you see, when you go out there and try to lie on people and defame people and character assassinate people, them think they should be criminal. In the eyes of God it is. And where righteousness is concerned, these things are criminal. You can't go out there and tell lie on people to destroy people career and people reputation. You are going to face the consequence of could have one day before you're dead. You're going to face the consequence. So these men you are looking at right here got an instant reminder. They got an instant reminder. Stop in their tracks. They were stopped in their tracks as they set out to do harm to other people. Don't tell me if I'm wrong, you know. Tell me if I'm wrong. Tell me if my assessment here is wrong. I don't mind. Guys, please hit the like button, and please, if you want to join the conversation, there is a link in the chat. You can hit the link and come on the platform. Right there. Just scroll up a little bit, you'll see it. You can come up on the platform that way. I would have want man of God call me tonight. Away phone. The man of God, if you listen, call me. See there? 3 people. One get stopped in him tracks and get him cancer diagnosis. The other one gets stopped in him tracks. Them same sugar drop, him drop a ground. And then the other one gets stopped in him tracks. His mom died. All of them stopped in their tracks as they're lying on the Prime Minister. You can't do that. This is not our politics. Uno come with some alien style of politics, and it has consequences, and it's very dangerous. The tyranny. And this is why the resistance in the PNP been fighting and talking out against them people here. Because the tyranny when them come down upon Peter Phillips with, and the tyranny when them come down upon other people, members of them party, the lies and the wickedness and the evil, Jesus Christ, me never know say. Hey, me don't know if me just never exposed enough. Or if me just sheltered too much growing up, me don't know. But I never, the evil when me see happening at the PNP, me never know see them the evil that exists in our world, people. As much as how many out here on social media from what? Me pick me I was 16 now. About 16 years me out here. And when me look and see the evil in a this time while going in a PNP, me never know see them the kind of evil that could have exist and people could have so wicked, man. And that's why now, as a political commentator, an activist, social justice person, me have to come out and come blow the whistle upon them and say them people are wicked who could have never seeking out head can call them people a politician and put them in a government. The evil that exists in the PNP. We no screen record this, because I don't care, The evil of Peter Bunting, Mark Golding, and Dayton Campbell, the evil of people like Ian Eels, me never know, say, them the kind of evil they in the world. Because me a woman, me don't really keep much friend enough. Me don't know you for a long time. I don't want a friend from people them way there, Me nah say me weird or not like that. But me just say that for say maybe I true me never expose. Me know about gunman I do people things, yes. Cause when we get on them sitting there. But the calculated, what you call it now, organized criminal style, where the PNP and them bloggers and their leader and their general secretary, when me take me eye them and see, and come tell you, and I warn the nation from 4 years now. Me never know them the kind of evil that exists, and me I tell you people, when me look on it, me I feel wonder to myself, say, them are people and mama do the world such a grave injustice when them carry people like them are coming at the world and don't socialize them properly and teach them properly. Because look here, when you see people do some things, you really have to wonder how grow them and where they come from. It's not like we didn't know. It's not like we didn't know that the destruction in the PNP was going to spill out on the country and the national politics if the people in the PNP couldn't get a hold of them situation and fix them problem. It's not like say we never know. Say this could have spill over if them met the two hijacker them. The Golden and the Bunting, if them get a hold of the party, what the national politics would look like. One thing say, me just tell you this, me no JLP, but me not gonna stand up and make a deal with Andrew, Me I go bring on the down to, you know. I bring down, you know. Andrew go and go unite the country, but the rest of we I bring down. I mean, just tell you know. Coming on a wicked long time. I mean, we tell Andrew say him wrong pan him policy too. If him come with nothing we wrong. But me I tell you no right now, say. That no mean say me hate him. That no mean say me want him demise. I say all I want to come with the demise pan people pitney. And come with the demise pan black people. I lie not tell in this time. Lie not tell. And all I want to look at operatives them and surrogate them out here. Some of them over here listen at night time. They have to listen in a silence, you know. Because they know say none in the flesh over here, so. And none of them, girl, boy, or she, can't come over here so come in an argument with nobody. So now have to listen silently or don't listen at all. We not gonna make one do the man son out of order. No go away. Go away and go fix the destruction and disaster we want to cause inside of the PNP, where the evil spirit is a spiritual warfare. We have a galang in there. Jamaica people don't need this. And that's why I say to Andrew Holness, say, come with a plan of some sort to unite the country. And if I were you, Andrew Holness, what I would do is come out and come tell your party and tell the country, say, you are doing away with this green and orange in our politics. The PMP them can keep them orange, you know, but you need to tell your people them and speak. Because look here, you not only one JLP supporter. You not only one JLP people. And because you see now in America, you see if the Democrat them never create an environment that is welcoming to Republicans and independents, we would have the same tribalism like on the down there, you know. We don't have that the tribalism there. The Democratic Party can have a party that is open and inviting to everybody. And the vice president and her running mate have both said there is room for everybody over here. And therefore, the Republicans, them a come over and then have to change them color. Then have to change them party and change them clothes. Then come over. Independents come over. People who never participate in politics yet come over. So Andrew Holness, you have a responsibility now to unite the country and make the country know, say, we're done with tribal politics. Tell the people them to put on them Jamaican uniform and come together. It's up to you. Jamaica must not inherit Trumpism. The PNP can do it all they want in a for them tyranny and nastiness what go on them party, but the Jamaican electorate must not adopt Trumpism. It must not. And Andrew Holness, you are the one there as Prime Minister at this time. You have to unite the country. Tell the people them to take off them green and come in a Jamaica color. When we're looking at the conference, we only want to see Jamaica flag and color wave. Where you tell me, say, on the conference not open to anybody we can adapt with Jamaica now, you know. On the conference not open to people who are not JLP or people who are not converting to JLP. You see what I'm saying, guys? You know, so we need one petition on this. We need one petition to tell Jamaica to get rid of the orange and the green because it will divide the people. You have some unscrupulous politicians who come around here and come try to divide the people further because some of them not too formally educated. Them come and try use color to put veil over the people them eye. Time to unite the country. Unite the country behind good, respect for each other, decency. We know, Andrew, we know say you want to come out and come tell them money about them mama, But you're not going to do that. You're not going to do that. So therefore, if I the high road you have to take, you have to take the high road and carry people them with you upon the high road. Have to carry the people them with you upon the high road. I don't know if you have to keep some national event. I don't know if you have to change up the format of a conference and make the people them know say them welcome, whether they jail people. And keep on telling the people them say them nah fi be no green somebody to come support the government, to come together. Don't even tell them about support no government. Tell them to unite and come together as one people, because there are divisive factors in our midst who want to carry us back to the 1980s. We must not have it. Look what it did to the PNP. Loan destruction. Guys, wanna tell me if you don't agree with me or not. Wanna come up in the box up here, so call the phone. Man of God, if you listen, call the phone. Tell me if me wrong. What takes money? Dave says it takes money. What takes money? Valerie, you're serious. You are the typical example of what Mark has done to the country. Look how much the PM has done for the country. Never yet seen achievements. When I was growing up, we have no division. We got board party meetings. That's how it should be. You should be able to go to any party meeting you want, so that you can explore your options and see where you want to be. Because it's not everybody come from family where JLP and PNP. And not everybody. We have a tyranny in our midst, guys. We have a tyrant, in our midst. Mark Golden is a tyrant. Ask the people in the PNP. On the ear carrying them come over here last night. On the ear list as much as I want to say Liz a PNP and Liz tribe. Some would even call Liz tribal. But from when you hear Liz say she not support the man here, the man here a tyrant. And you know wicked at him wicked at Andrew 99 time, wrap around 99 time. Wicked at Andrew. Come in see Andrew do to the JLP, when Mark Golden do to PNP and destroy the people in party. We never care about politics no time. The only time he had an interest in politics was when Omar Davis called him in because him feel like he had this financial prowess when Mark Golding himself was looking to make some friggin' money. And that's what brought him into politics. I want to know where Omar Davis was. Make I show you something. You see this right here, sir? This is their only aim, is to make more money. They came into the politics, them see it as a, you know, when they turn the piggy bank them upside down and start shake out the money out of it, I saw them view politics. Them come for turn it upside down and shake it out like what them doing a FinSac. Okay? This article was written, I think, somewhere around 2022. And I screenshot this part and underline for sure. No? Proven Group has strong political connections in Jamaica. One of Proven Management's co-founders and a current director, Mark Golding, is the leader of Jamaica's principal opposition party, the PNP, while another co-founder and fellow director, Peter Bunting, served alongside him in the last PSM administration. What the author is trying to say is, because of their political connection, it gives their business, it positions their business and position them in a very advantageous situation. Remember, them are capitalists, them are business with you, you know. We know what is going on with proven wealth. It's on its face financially. They just basically asked the CEO to step down, himself gone into retirement, and them asked the deputy to step up. They just lost millions of dollars. And I heard they couldn't even fund their own conference. They want to call in dancehall artists to make donation to them. I don't know. That's allegation. It's also alleged that they are paying. They have bloggers out here who's on their payroll. Not a one-time money, you know, like a monthly salary them giving them, you know, for out here or do the wickedness them. You understand? And them know themselves and none of them can't talk about nothing over Jamaica politics uncovered. Because if me hear them a lick back shot pan them on the business. Angle them wicked too. So that is the situation. Andrew Holness have to go unite the country, people. Because if him don't unite the country, Jamaica people are going to get used to this trumpism and we can't manage that in our country. You think you know what America have to do. We have 26 more days before the general election, which I will vote in. And this is the phone number if you want to call on WhatsApp. It's going across the bottom of the screen. Maybe it's not big enough for some people to see it. Yes, so if you want to call on WhatsApp, you can. And if you want to come up on the platform like we've done the past few nights, you're welcome to. The link is in the chat. We have 26 days left to election in America. And you see, if the Democrats them win, guys, the Democrats has a lot to do to basically purge Trumpism. They have a lot to do. And not just the Democrat alone. I know them one, you know. Them and the Republicans and the responsible, patriotic Republicans, they're going to have to work together to get rid of Trumpism in this country. They're going to have to unite this country. And I'm very happy to see the Republicans, the well-thinking, patriotic Republicans, are standing up for a change and saying, you know what? We're going to support the Democrats. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. In fact, Liz Cheney says she proudly will campaign for Harris and vote for Harris. There's nothing like putting your country first, you know. Nothing like putting your country first. And that's why from me I talk out against them people here 4 years now, no matter where they come with. All when they come and say lawsuit and they know they can't lawsuit, no, but they can't lawsuit nobody when they live in their country. They favor idiot. Not even that can stop them. Not even that can stop the campaign over here, sir. I'm not afraid of them. And none of them can chat to me. They want to silence voices of reason. They want to silence the voices that are talking out the truth on them. They want to silence. And so they stay them a killer. And you see where them come though? Lord Jesus, hey. My granduncle was a man that was he was a blind man. My great granduncle was a blind man. And he was a bush doctor. And he was a spiritual man, had a very wonderful gift. I will tell you now about him one at that time. But guys, I have been telling people for 4 years, be careful of them people. Them are wicked, them are murderer. And look there. They don't like woman, and look there. Then come out and try to cover up the murder of a woman and protect the man who do it. God Almighty. Me tell you, I never see certain wickedness till them time here, you know. Most wickedness upon TV, me see it in our read, you know. And when me see certain behavior, you know, I know what direction them are going in. Boy, me I tell you no. Anyway, we're not going back. We not go back. When type, we're not going back in the comment. What is Trumpism? Guys, I want to explain to our new subscriber. Shanard, are you a subscriber? Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. Welcome, because the first may I see you. But welcome to the platform. Trumpism is everything what Trump are going with in America, from the insurrection to the wicked and liarness where I'm going with the people them, to the mob and the cult where I'm have, to the lack of boundary, to the disrespect of people, to the away him do where they was shock me. He typed on his social media platform, I hate Taylor Swift, because Taylor Swift endorsed Kamala Harris. The former president and the man will come back want be president type out on him social media platform say him hate Taylor Swift. No man do him nothing, you know. That is Trumpism. And that's the style of politics we're seeing from the PNP. That's the style of politics that Mark Golden come with in Jamaica. And that's why the people them have to put in picture beside Trump and J.D. Vance. We don't want this politics in Jamaica. God Almighty, no. We don't want it. We're trying to get rid of it in America. Yeah, so we don't want it down there. We don't want to lead our people down no part of destruction. We don't want the one them where they convert in a them cult to let off them wickedness upon the people. Because them don't tell them already say, your party needs you now. It's time to step up and get busy and get wicked upon them too. Because if you think it's going to come so easy, Labour right now give up this so easy. Jesus Christ, man. And the media in Jamaica, the media, they had nothing to say. If he had done that in America, for example, the media, them would have camped out up in yard. They would have camped out up at PNP headquarters, and they would have camped out up at the opposition leader office, and they would have camped out down at parliament. You know why? Mark Golden have to come tell the media what he mean by get wicked pan them. He would have to explain that to the people of the country. What you mean by get wicked pan them? But the journalists them at Jamaica, them don't have no use. Them not no use. Only things that the gleaner would have sit down and bleach pan Mark Golden fin can tell them, fin can tell the country what I mean by get wicked pan them. See the man here, a chairman pan the gleaner, we come out, come and dance Mark Golden, and when the people him tackle him, you hear him say, boy, I never see it like that. Him see it as supporting a friend of 30 years. And since when you're Mark Golden, a big friend, from Mark Golden become leader of the opposition, when you nothing out of you. You can't come out, come endorse him anymore or defend nothing what him do. Because be a foolishness him do. The man not bright. When it comes on to dealing with other people, he's not bright when it comes on to leadership. Matalan supposed to shame. You know how long we not see Matalan? From Matalan, come out, come give the endorsement. You know, when you endorse your friend do good. You have to come out and say, yeah, that's my friend. You know? That's my friend. You're proud of your endorsement because you endorse somebody when they make you shame. It's like you give a recommendation. And the person where you recommend they're performing and outperforming. And you just have to remind people real quick. So listen, I may recommend that somebody there, you know. I better put some respect for my name. You know them way the people? Matalan can't come out and do that. He came under a lot of fire. He's a chairman of the Gleaner. Come out about him and endorse Mark Golden. Shame ya? No, sir. I'm not come down now. Guys, I need you all to please tap up the like button. Please and thank you. And please to share this content. Because I want people to hear the truth. I want people to hear the real deal. Remember when I come out here so I stress out on you know, you can't sit down comfortable over here so. When I tell you no lie, we articulate over here when we getting good content. When I come over here so come mix up no story and give you no falsehood and no false narrative. We're not doing that. Because we're not upon JLP nor PMP payroll. No for them out here can't talk so. You understand? Trumpism is the my way or the highway attitude wanting to burn down the country and rule over the ashes. That to Trav. Guys, if you don't want to come up in the box, see the link here. Scroll up and hit the link and come up if you don't want to have a conversation over here about this very serious thing in our politics. For those of you who just came, let me just go ahead and replay what Obama said on the campaign trail today. His first time on the campaign trail and how disgusted he is about how the politics has changed, how Trumpism is destroying the politics of the US as it has destroyed the Republican Party. Same identical thing happening in Jamaica with Mark Golding's tyranny within the PNP, which has spilled over into the national politics.
Andrew Holness bus line out the street of Montego Bay St. James.
The man say Andrew Holness bus, you know me not laugh. Wait there. See it here, guys.
And one of the most disturbing aspects of this election season about Trump's rise in politics is how we seem to have set aside the values that people like Dan stood for and Bob stood for and that I was taught, and those didn't used to be Republican Democratic values. I mean, it used to be we'd have arguments about tax policy or foreign policy, but we didn't have arguments about whether you should tell the truth or not. We didn't make excuses for people who just violated basic norms. We had one of the deadliest hurricanes in American history. The beautiful town of Asheville, North Carolina, one of my favorite places in the country. Spent time there, amazing people, devastated, hundreds of people killed. And President Biden and Vice President Harris were down there meeting with local officials and comforting families, asking how they could help. And Donald Trump at a rally just started making up stories about the Biden administration withholding aid from Republican areas and siphoning off aid to give to undocumented immigrants. Just made the stuff up. Everybody knew it wasn't true. Even local Republicans said it was not true. And now the people of Florida are dealing with another devastating storm. And I want you to watch what happens over the next few days, just like the last time. You're going to have leaders who try to help, and then you have a guy who will just lie about it to score political points, and this has consequences. You know, people who are conservative. Who didn't vote for me, who didn't agree with me. I had friends who disagreed with me on every issue. When did that become okay? Why would we go along with that? I mean, if your coworkers acted like that, they wouldn't be your coworkers very long. If you're in business and somebody you're doing business with just outright lies and manipulates, you stop doing business with them. Even if you had a family member who acted like that, you might still love them, but you tell them you got a problem. And you wouldn't put them in charge of anything. And yet, when Donald Trump lies or cheats or shows utter disregard for our Constitution, when he...
Guys, in a Jamaica, the PNP them tell lie, blatant lie like Trump and call it spin. I saw them do call it spin. Right? When them are endanger people life and safety, I endanger people image, I endanger people job, all of them things that them do. Them lie. Let me tell you something, from me a little girl I grow. You see people who tell lie comfortable, me always afraid of them. You're not supposed to tell lie comfortable because what? Your conscience, them say let your conscience be your guide. Yeah, some people, them will tell a lie, and then can't sleep in a them bed at night time. Then will tell a lie and go bawl and confess. You see them people that go to prison all the time. When they get catch, then do wrongs and then get catch. And you don't even have to interrogate them for too long. Some of them go tell the pan themselves and just know say I saw it go then can't live with themselves. Those are people with a conscience. They might have make a mistake. They might have do something deliberate, knowing that it was wrong. But how you know that these people are normal is if they have a problem. And if they have a problem with themselves after they've told a serious lie. Me, I one of them somebody they when they are little, tell a lie, ball and go confess. Yes, man. Because my conscience can't make me rest. My conscience just a clot me son a joke me. No, sir. When me saw them tell lie and comfortable, I'm afraid of them, man. Yes. And Obama nah joke, him nah laugh. Serious something. The people them not care if you catch them a lie. I first me see this. Normally when people are lie, they like her, they don't want to get catch. There are people that tell lie and then don't care if you go fact check and catch them. Them not care if you know them as a liar. Then don't care. You never say Andrew Holness do them sitting there yet. You don't tell the truth. Whether you JLP, PMP or not, you never say Andrew Holness do them sitting there yet. You never say Andrew Holness put up Jamaicans. I take Jamaicans for come do them sitting here yet. For come do them extreme psychopathic behavior yet. No. His parents did a better job than this. And this is why people must take this parenting thing as serious. Because when we don't take parenting serious, and them have beasts, we let go upon the people in the world. This one standing here, Dayton Campbell, is a sick man. They're cruel. They're vile. They're worse than animals who turn on their owners. And you have to go back to the parenting, me say. You have to go back and look how these people were raised, right? We cannot raise these beasts, these zoo creatures, and let them go upon people in a society. It don't right and it don't fair. May I tell you no. All of who are parent to know me I talk about. When you're outside and you're picnic, considering you're not growing a picnic good. And when you see other picnic and then do some sitting, I ever wonder to yourself, then Jesus, Father, what kind of parents them then? Because you just know to God, say in front of you or behind your back, for your picnic not going to do certain things. These kids grow up. They grow up to be monsters. They grow up to be people who go around destroying other people. I have no tolerance for them and no excuse to make for them. And sometimes when I hear some people say they don't want no kids, if they don't have the time to invest and the money and the emotions that go into raising good kids, don't do it. Don't do it. And don't have 3, 4, 5 of them, and you can't equally groom them to be good and decent citizens of society. Andrew Holness' mother put in the work. Clearly, when you look at all her kids, including the Prime Minister, and not perfect kids them. Nobody not perfect. But you can see the woman and her husband are who's to ever play a role in the picnic them life. They raise them properly. But them are beasts here. Them mama and papa probably not even did want them. Them were probably a mistake. God Almighty, man, I don't like them something here. Me not like it. I don't like it. It's a long time ago. I was dating this guy. What kind of were on the verge of deciding if we wanted to be serious or whatever. I wanted to procreate someday. And when we had that conversation, the man said, I want to pick me. I'm say, but why? I mean, this guy was a good guy, good provider, good everything, smart, everything. Him say, what if that child becomes an asshole? I said, Jesus Christ. Me not argue with the man because Jesus, Father, imagine you can't have pitney and then turn in a. And then again, it's all a gamble because sometimes you do a good job and raise a pitney them, And when you look on it later on, you don't know what Satan do them. Them turn out to be these kind of people in the society. So I just pray right through. God Almighty know. Man say, what if the picnic come out to be an asshole? Him have a point. The people them grow them people, yeah, man. God know, man. They don't do a good job. They know. You think so nothing can make me go against all my principles, eh? The ladies them did over here last night. The resistance woman them from the PNP. And they must say you have some people what is out there in the resistance from the beginning. One handful of them change their mind. Say they nah, but I resist. Them not stand for nothing, They can't stand up on them principle. Because them either don't have a full brain or them think with them belly. If me are the last woman standing for any issue at all, guys, me I go always stand on principle. Because that me grow for know. Always. If me are the last somebody standing in a group of 1,000, I will be that last and only person standing on principle as some stay. Me nah waver, me nah bow. You mad? You crazy? Yes, man, I have to stand up for righteousness all the while. And I've been having a lot of conversations lately with people who are of different political persuasions. And the common denominator between us all. I'm like to hear this too. Them say them not care which party, Them not care for them party. If wrong is being done to the Jamaican people, they are going to speak out. So when you really think about it, we're not that different, you know. We might have different ideas on how a country should be run or how foreign policy and taxes should be dealt with. But those are things that make us healthy human beings to can debate and talk about these things. That doesn't make us enemies. That doesn't make you any less patriotic than me or me any less patriotic than you. That no mean say me have a dog out and attack your leader because your leader believe in doing things one different way. No man. We don't need to do that. You see, we're civilized people around here. And we're mature minded and we have emotional intelligence. A lot of people, you know, where you see take up platform and they on platform attack. When you really analyze them and you listen to them are no emotional intelligence, you know. Them are some of the worst set of people in the world, you know. People who have no emotional intelligence. Think about it, guys. That's one of the first lessons that we teach our kids as parents. How to have emotional intelligence. For example, when a child is 1.5 and 2 years old, and you teach them how to interact with other kids. This is one of the ones that stood out to me as a parent. Getting your kid to understand that when they're at play with other kids, if they don't win, it's okay. If they don't win, it's okay. You ever see some picnic a play it and if they don't win, or then carry on and go on, then roll in a mud, they want to fight the other picnic and so. You have to teach them. You have to teach them from them young. You see them people here, nobody not teach them that. That's why them are insurrectionists. That's why when Trump no win, him want to kill off the people. Them are set up the people them who win. When time Mark Golden and Bounty never win, when then they turn over the PNP and set up Peter Philly. Nobody not teach them from them a 1 and 2. So when you are play, if you don't win, it's okay. You must win with grace and lose with grace. We learn them things from our children. And them people here when I learn them things, they come destroy the earth and destroy people. Come out in a Jamaica, you know. We never have no election denialists in our country yet. Check the history, you know. Check with history going way back, you know. We never have no election denialists in our country yet, you know. Trumpism, alien style of politics. You know when me know say Mark Golden and Donald Trump? Me play the video phone over here already. Mark Golden sit down on TV at Jamaica and tell the country say nobody never asks Obama to give up him Kenyanship. Me say okay. A Trump you listen to because Obama don't have no Kenyanship. So what you talking about? You try to say I don't see you don't so. What you talking about? This is a man who has met Obama when Portia them and Obama met in a Jamaica, you know. This man took picture with Obama, you know. You see me and him took picture with Obama, you know. And then he might come now in 2024, come tell Jamaica, say, why una pressure me figure up my British citizenship? Obama never figure up him Kenyanship. Out of all of the president in America, and Obama the black man in pick pan. Why? Why? Eh? Obama black, so he must have Kenyanship. But Jesus Christ, when you see all them liberty come through carelessness, you know. Out of all of the president in America, the man I go pick on the black man and say, him never figure up in Kenyanship. So why may I figure up my British citizenship? Jesus Christ. Boy, may I tell you. Boy, may I tell you. Oh God, man. So Jamaica and America right now, them have the same political struggle and fight. I am so proud to be fighting this struggle. I mean, the struggle to people. Yeah, man. Me take off the 5th of November, me off the whole day. Me don't want nobody call me. Me not chat to nobody. Me not cook no food. Me not do nothing at all but go vote November 5th. That's all the my schedule. November 5th is to vote. We in the struggle, people. Jamaica in the struggle, and Jamaicans need to take a more active role in the struggle to keep the country upon a righteous path. We don't want a tyrant. We don't want it. We're done with tyranny. From the Maroon, them fight off the British them 2 times and win the war. We're done with tyranny from them time there. We don't want no more English tyrant, man. So Andrew Holness better stand up in him power, you know. Stand up in the power of him blackness, you know. Stand up in the power of his belongingness in Jamaica and in the parliament where the people them put him. Stand up in your power. Because if our ancestors did coward, you would have there, you know. Because them there would have take out everybody and lick down everything and steamroll over everybody. Stand up in your power and go unite the people them. Make the people them call out the word Trumpism and afraid to do it. Make the people them know that Trumpism are crawling our politics. And we must not let nobody divide us. Dash with the green, dash with the orange, and coming on the Jamaica clothes. Come within the Jamaica flag because of one people under this flag, under God. All right. Yeah, man. I don't know if I vote. In world politics, we have some real tyrants hanging around too long. Putin, Golden, Maduro, Trump, to name a few. Yes, true. Welcome, UK. Bless up yourself. Thank you for joining. Genesis, thank you. We can't go backwards, people. Wait there. We are not going back. I want to screenshot this and share it all over social media. We are not going back in so many ways. I need to write a poem about this. Jamaica, we are not going back. What we are not going back to? You know what? I feel like say we must have a night. I don't know if tomorrow, Friday, or sometime over the weekend. We want everybody to come tell me what we are not going back to. Come with all a whole poem, you know. What we're not going back to? We're not going back to the Finsack people, them. We're not going to financial disaster and destruction and collapse and meltdown. We're not going back. We're not going back to the 2 capitalists them who destroy PNP. We're not going back. We're not going back to the people them who try to cover Melissa murder. We're not going. Hey, I want to talk to something you see. We're not going back. And who vex jump off because we're not going back. We're not going back to the Epa lie them and the Trumpism when we see them bringing a Jamaica. We're not going back. We're not going back to toxic politics. We're not going back to political violence. Get wicked pan we're not going back. We're not going back to tyranny. We're not going back. We want a united country, a united people. That's where we need to go. I'm want to hear the Prime Minister of Jamaica start talking the language of unity to the Jamaican people. We may have different opinions on how the country should be led or run, on policies and so on and so forth, but we are not enemies. Don't make none of them come in our country come tell us we are enemies because we have different ideas on our politics. We are not enemies. No make them come tell us so. And them are the enemy because them want try to destroy us by turning us on each other. I have never believed in that. We're not going back to high taxes. Talk it when you name. Saving with a purpose. Saving with a purpose. Me like the name there. We're not going back to high taxes. Nigel Clark for come out in them t-shirt was say no new tax. I want to some people. I see Gleaner put up Nigel yesterday about say Jamaica is projected to something or other. Look how the world are back battle with inflation. Look how the world are battle with inflation. If you look at island nation like Jamaica, we should not do worse than what we are do. We take on COVID and the country don't collapse. The healthcare system don't collapse. We come again inflation. And we still a trad same way. No weapon that form against you ever prosper. And that may I tell some people. You know they will want the country to collapse, people. They're not patriotic. They're a wicked man. We're not going back. The chain and the shackle want to put up of a big stone head. We're not going back. And that may I tell you no. We are not going back to the chain and shackle what we put over a big stone head. A big stone alone you can ramp with so. We don't run dirty joke. We're not going back. We can't come talk about a skit. Skit where? Mark Golden is the only Caucasian person I know that would have comfortably stand up beside a black man and be putting his hands on chains and shackles. I don't know no other white person that the foolish set a white person them in America now do that. They might have do it behind a closed door if them are racist, but they not do it in front of people. Because they know the world will come down upon them. They know the majority of America will come down upon them. They know the black people will come down upon them. Every civil rights movement leader from way back when, all the one them in the grave will come down upon them. They not do it, nobody see. Mark Golden are the only somebody me know but would have stand up there with a smile and come and take out key out of pocket. If about him and unlock shackles and me hear them say, look when put by the key in him pocket. You know me I go log off for this and go my bed, people. God know. This is not our Jamaica at all. And we cannot allow these reckless, psychopathic people. Me not care no the truth me attack, how them behave me attack. Because people who devoid of a conscience, people who are devoid of normal human emotions, who can go out there and do them something here and think a joke. This is so offensive, guys. When I first saw it, I really thought I was losing my mind. I had to really do a double take and look on it again. But it's a pattern of behavior. If you look at their behavior, their judgment, we are not going back. We need one song. I feel call upon my DJ friend them at Jamaica. I make them do one song. We're not going back. Since everybody around got dancehall, me have couple of dancehall linking, but I don't know. To all the people them at Jamaica, some of the people them at least, I really want to know what the politics too tough right now. No man, we can't go back. Go back to what? The people them vote out Dayton Campbell. Which part we are go? Back to where? The people them vote out Bunting. Which part we are go back and go? Bunting, who was security minister, and come back from the people them saying can't fix it. Who never say, no matter how the thing look drastic for the country, who never see no other leader come out come ball it? We're not going back. No, sir. We're not going back. We're going to give Bunting one new name in a Bali Bali. If it me no. Make we start call him Bali Bali. Me have one little cousin named Cry Cry. That name is so funny now that Cry Cry is like 15 years old or 16. No man, Cry Cry about 18 I know. What am I talking about? It is so funny to see Cry Cry now. A big 18-year-old pitney will still call her Cry Cry. Cause she used to Bali Bali for true. Now we can't start call this man a Bali Bali. Wife style wagwan. Wife style in the back.
Yes, I'm here. Good night, JPU family.
Good night, wife.
I just started writing my dub, I only have 3 verses so far. I don't want to hear it. Not
Yeah,
going
man.
back is the title.
We're not going back.
All right, you know, ready?
We're ready.
Me say me not going back. We say we not going back. We not look back, forward, non-stop. Me say we not going back. We're not going back to taxes every year, facing the budget with nothing but fear. We say we're not going back. Me say we
not
going back.
I like it.
We're not going back. The last one though.
Go on.
We're not going back to the violent politics. If I that to no want to no feel lift up out of this, we say we're not going back.
Bruh.
We're not going back.
Why? I wouldn't write that. I since night to write that.
Just a while ago, that's just this minute.
You don't say you're ramp with your talent.
Not sure.
Lord Jesus. I won't put the screen record this. We're not going back. I like it. Mr. Vegas. No man, Mr. Vegas, I forgot to call the program. It's too late. No, so I like this. Me like this. This have where the producer them. Then the producer in I chat. That bad, you know. Me never know say you're talented wife. We are not going back. No man.
A teacher by profession, not sign. I normally use a lot of dubs and so with my students,
You're creative.
just to get them like topics. So I just get those topics, and especially if it's a topic that they're not getting.
Yeah.
Make up a little dub poetry and that's
this
it.
This bad, me not tell a lie. This, let me see how this a call. Hello, good night.
Good night, man. Good night. How are you doing today for your family?
Good, you're live, sir. What go on? You call about the song what she just sing? Oh, welcome. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Okay, big up yourself, man. So what you say? You can't sleep without the program. What you like about the program?
Everything. You're just straight and you're natural, you know?
Okay, cool. All right.
You're best, man. I have to listen every night.
Okay. I hope you share the content, you know. Share it with every family member, every enemy.
Listen, me share it. Me say you're the best, man.
All right, cool.
You know?
Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, man, bless up. Never go back and listen, right?
Cool. Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah. We're not going back. No, so we have to go do something creative with that. I like me now in a wife's style. You know that take me all 2 weeks to write. And look how you find it. You find it, you know. Me say you find it in our 5 minutes. No, sir. We're not going back. Hashtag we're not going back. I am a GLP. My brother's a PMP. Same mother and father. And share love. Yeah, man. We're more alike than we are different, guys. Think about it. The whole away love the country. Me not talk about a little liar and propaganda them we had try for look favor with Mark Golding or find looking for a place to belong. Me not talk about them that who dep on payroll. Me talk about we the real true patriot them. Whether we see eye to eye on the politics or not, we love our country. So that is a big thing to have in common. We say when we love a country, we don't do sabotage. We don't do undermining. Because for what? If you cannot see something good being done by somebody other than yourself and say, you know what? I'm okay with that. Then there's something wrong with you. You don't have to hate on everything. You're not the only one with good ideas. Other people have good ideas too. No, sir. And you know, say, may I get for realize, say, Andrew might not be perfect, you know, but he's a decent somebody. I'ma feel like saying people them grow him good. I'ma feel like say he walk with God. Because there you will never see this again. There's nowhere. That 3 man, them 3 man you see on the screen, them go off of the Prime Minister. May I tell you say immediately they were stopped in their track. They were stopped in their track. Big Stone get him diagnosis of cancer. Sadly, because we don't want to hear that happen to nobody. The pastor dropped down sadly. We don't want to see that happen. And Mark Golding mother dead the day after him go out there about Andrew for resign. We don't want to hear so nobody lose their mother neither. But you got stopped in your track as a reminder. Don't be lying on people and stuff. Hello, good night.
Hi, good night, Madge.
Welcome, Watton.
Yes, good night. Oh, I am the first I'm catching your program live, but I always, every day, I listen to the delayed broadcast on YouTube, and I'm so happy that I get a chance. Then, the more it was when you were talking with Liz and
Okay.
Karen about the clergy, I so much want to comment. And I was saying, oh my God, it was a delayed broadcast that I was listening to. So, you know, there was a few things that I would like to, that I heard Liz say that I wanted to clear up. Because Liz said that, and everybody's entitled to their opinion.
Yes.
But for me, I don't state opinion, I state biblical facts. Right? No, Jesus was never a politician. Matthew, was it 5:17, somewhere about, he said, think not that I come to destroy the law or the prophet. I'm not come to destroy the law or the prophet, but rather to fulfill it, right? What does he mean by fulfill it? The Pharisees were they were so strict on the law that they would prefer the law over people. For example, as Seventh-day Adventists, right? If you do anything on the Sabbath, they are ready to chastise you.
Yes,
they want to crucify you. They want to kill you. When Jesus came, Jesus let them remove the thorn from the Sabbath. He did not do away with the Sabbath because the Sabbath is still binding.
Are you Adventist?
Right? Yes, I am.
Okay,
what
so you know how it go. You know how it go if nobody ever see you do not.
Listen, what he does is that he showed them that the Sabbath is to do good. That's why Jesus was passing the man by the temple. He passes there every day. He did not heal him. He went specifically on the Sabbath day to let them know that, listen, the Sabbath is to do good.
Yeah.
If someone is sick, do not pass them, take them to the hospital, render assistance to them. Likewise, when the Pharisees came to Jesus and they want to trap him, when they bring the money to him because they wanted to find some reason to crucify Jesus. That was their purpose. You understand? Because this man professing that he's God. So they want to find some reason to convict him. So they asked him, who should we pay tax? And he asked them, who is on the money? They said Caesar. I said, what? He said, what is for Caesar, give it to Caesar. What is for God, give it to God. No, he comes to clarify. What he does, he clarifies every doubt that one may have. Both with government and also spiritual, religiously.
So if he wasn't a politician, what was he then? Just for the audience or not here?
Jesus was not a politician. Jesus is the Redeemer and Savior of men.
Okay. That was his career.
That is role and function. He is the Redeemer and Savior of men. He died to save us from sin. So that all, because remember, when you sin then, you hear people say Jesus done away with law. Yes, he done away with the law. What law he has done away with? The ceremonial law, not the moral law. There were two laws, ceremonial law and the moral law. The ceremonial law was the bringing of turkey dove. When you're singing, you have to go to the priest. Now, some of us have so many sins, some dirty, dark closet sin that we have. We can't go tell the priest all of that.
You know, so some people refer to Jesus as a radical social activist, you know.
Jesus was and still is the savior of men. Was never a politician. And with the clergy, with the pastor, we are not supposed to use the pulpit as a weapon. I repeat, the Bible tells you, I don't remember clearly in the scripture where it is found, but the pulpit is not to be used as a weapon.
So what did you think when you first heard, before we got to know more than the video that we saw initially, what did you think when you first saw it?
Clearly, it was political. My view, it was political. When I heard, he said, was it the golf course all painted with green? I just delete. I didn't stop to go any further. Yes.
The people them say he mentioned illicit enrichment in our church. I never hear that part there not till the next day.
Enrich themselves, yes, and to what we are going through now, the propaganda.
Yes, I catch him.
Listen,
I catch him, you know.
The propaganda that we are going through now, Nat. And for you to use God's, listen to me. For you to listen. I remember once, I'm going to tell you a little secret with the Seventh-day Adventists. There was this pastor who Portia asked to come and pray for him while she was on our campaign, this Seventh-day Adventist pastor. And he did not only went and pray, he went and in his prayer, He campaigned. He was sanctioned for that.
Oh.
Because as I really am an insider and I'm giving you the information that he was sanctioned for that. Because his duty was to pray.
Mm-hmm.
And as minister of the religion, you are to remain neutral. Because you're dealing with the public. And you are not supposed, you have your party preference, fine. Fine.
Mm-hmm.
But as a minister of the gospel, your job is to bring everyone, not PNP, JLP, everybody to Christ.
Mm-hmm. True.
Okay? Listen, I'm from a parish that is dominant PNP. Right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm from a parish in Jamaica that is dominant PNP. Over 30 years PNP.
Yes, sir.
Has those constituency.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And I always say, Natalie,
mm-hmm.
that these people living in this parish has no ambition.
Mm-hmm. Why is that?
There is no development within the parish. If you're coming, if I list the name of the parishes you're coming from, so you will know where it is.
Mm-hmm.
If you're coming from the north
mm-hmm.
and you reach that parish, you know, and you're sleeping in the transportation, as you reach that parish, then before the JLP took it, you know that you are in that parish. If you're coming from south and you reaches that parish and you're sleeping, you know you reaches that parish.
Mm-hmm.
The condition of the roads, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since the JLP won from 2007 with Bruce Golding first,
mm-hmm.
road construction begins within the parish. Now, the last general election, they lost.
Yep. The people them attack the parish, you know, but me I say, just go read it when you're done. You know, have to call the parish name here.
Yes.
Mm.
They lost. One of the member of parliament, one of the person who won, it was his first time and he won. No, it was his second time. And he won more than 2,000 votes.
Mm-hmm.
You know why?
Mm.
He was in the community with the people, addressing the people's needs. After he won, the first thing I saw him with my eyes that he done, there was a particular road that always, when it rains not, it was like a sea. Persons taxi not going through the water.
Mm-hmm.
So persons, taxi would just let off the passengers and they have to find a way to pass that water.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw him I saw him with my two eyes get his personal thing and pump away the water, cut trench in his jacket in the evening. I saw him cut trench and to lead away the water and pave that little stretch, and the former member of parliament parents living in the same community.
Jesus, Father. You know, when me going at the parish, me only go down on the coastline, you know, me nah go inland, you know, because me know the thing set. Me know which parish you at. Me just traverse the coastline. I actually love that parish.
Me?
Yes.
I always said to myself, these persons have no, and I was talking to someone last night, and the police station there is so dilapidated and old. And someone told me that they are building a new police station.
What do you think about say if we do away with the orange and the green? You don't think that's a good idea?
I think totally it's to do away, as you're saying, and let the people come together and fight for country. Put country over politics.
Because we just say what the people them say the people them voteless. You see the green and the orange are blind the people them, you know?
Listen, man, listen. I'm a community person. I've walked in almost, maybe if them on the program, they know me, because I'm the only person walking in every area.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And there are persons who definitely do not want progress because they believe in handout, and this is PNP strategy that they use over the years to hold the people.
Oh, Jesus.
They do not want development and infrastructure. What they want is $2,000 they can put on a pot.
They don't seem so much golden by other people, them man.
That I said, this is PNP's tragedy over the years. Now the younger generation coming up, they are more ambitious. So they are moving away from that. But you still have some who that's their way of life.
God have mercy. You know, say, me talk to one man with there, and the man a tell me say, like them have one program where if you are a farmer, you can go get some farm products and start a little thing, and you can go back a second time, you know. And me I say to myself, then all people don't know about them sitting here, all people not do them sitting here.
Listen,
Yeah,
man,
get a
there
free
are
start,
so
you
many,
know.
Natalie, there are so many things for people right now. Back then, I could not go to college because college was only for the rich and my parents were very poor.
Yes.
No, my daughter, when she graduated from high school, she graduated with 8 CXCs, right? I didn't have it to send to her. She was on the PATH program. There are so many programs for young people. She was on the PATH program. So I went to the PATH. PATH is giving $100,000 for 5 years grant for students enrolled in college. I went and I got that grant, that first grant for her, right? And she get it every year. And I do the rest. She's now graduating and she's a teacher.
Wow. That's a good story.
She's now a teacher. So there are so much going on. So when I sit and I listen to people, there are so, but then you have to have 3 guarantor for a student loan.
Then that should that no, thank God.
That is out of the wood. When I speak to people, because I am a people person, listen, you have to talk to the grassroots people so you can know what is happening.
Yes.
Right? When you talk to people and they are talking done away with the user fee in the hospital so we can get better health care. Listen, I have many of my family members who have been sick. The doctors that are in the healthcare, they have their private institution. They're the one who are sabotaging the programs. So there are people when they comes to the hospital to get looked after, they are there for 4 and 5 and 6 hours. That can done away with because whenever they hear that the Minister of Health or the Governor General is coming to visit the hospital for that day, is the fastest any patient has ever gotten through.
Yes, me know that style, man. Anytime you say management to come, then get themselves together. Every hospital stays so do you know.
So listen, the doctors, they are the ones sabotaging the program because they have their private business outside of the hospital where they want these patients to be frustrated and come there. But there are some of those patients who definitely can't go to the private doctors.
Then your man of God come over here and talk, say, him is a person who has a chronic condition. And so he's always using the healthcare system and he must say him get treated well and ray. You understand?
Yeah. Listen, I have persons, like I tell you, I have persons because I have a big mouth, a very big mouth, and I'm not going to sit there. You're going to look after me because I witness with my eyes that around there's no patient in there and he's on his phone playing games and patient out there waiting.
You have to call them out, man. They for tappy. Some of them are part of the problem. Them are part of the problem.
They are the cause of the problem, and there are people who die in need of the care. There are people who can't afford. Listen, if you are diabetic, you get insulin. For the person who is getting insulin, is over $2,000 for one insulin, and depending on how many units you are to take per day, one insulin cannot last you for the month. Right? No, with the NHS, right? They can get that insulin for only $40, or if they use the drug service, it is free. when you do away with that, I remember my child father, right? When he was sick and have to be, at that time was user fee. Every time he had me in the hospital, I have to be paying the $17,000, how much $1,000 when he is discharged. You understand me? No. Listen. And if you are sick back then and you need an injection, you register and the nurse give you a paper. You have to go and pay for the injection before.
You can't get the
You can't get that. You can't get that injection and you're sick. Back then, I am telling you, back then when there was user fee, I am telling you, and if you don't have that money, you're not getting that injection.
Boy, may I tell you, politics today in Jamaica.
You understand me? So I hope Jamaican people listen when Mark Golding was speaking on his campaign at conference and do not bring Vibes Cartel for a distraction, so they did not hear some of the key points that he was saying. I only hope to God they listen.
Boy, I don't know if people really go to these events,
right?
To learn
I was
anything.
listening to a delay program and you were talking about Dayton Campbell, right? And if you were grown up in a community and the very community that you were grown in, after you lost, the people were celebrating and rejoicing. So if your own refused who know you, what good can you do to the persons who don't know you?
Destruction.
They send him to the parish where, as Portia said, if he put a donkey down here, every pan the donkey is going to win because it is PNP parish.
God have mercy.
I heard that from Portia Simpson mouth myself.
You have any prediction for that parish?
For that parish? All right. As I said, the people are, those people, they are a set of people who only for their belly, not for infrastructure.
Lord jeez. Then hold on there. How them work and survive down there?
Don't put me in any trouble. It's just a few person, working class people.
Come here, I forgot to tell you a while ago, say, even some of the hotel them down there. I know the people them from there so work there, you know.
No.
Yes, me know me. Yes, me know me I talk about people from outer port working at the resort them.
Okay. I don't know how they stop. That's why the crime rate is so high now there.
Me just see the hotel said they know when I scamming capital then.
All right, that's why the crime rate is so high. It's just sad. You know.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
It is, and I can tell you that along the coastline, you have some very wealthy people, even returning residents, living along the coastline. You have some nice Airbnb, some nice resorts. But the moment you start going toward the away from there and going inland, you will see how I don't know the right word for use, but it's a depressing kind of thing.
Very, very, very much so. Very much so not. I mean,
from the market.
Straight back. Listen.
They lock down all of the money transaction place. Them remember, I don't want to talk certain things, but a lot of the money transaction places are closed there. The local nightclub them where people that got hang out and whatever, then close it. The first time I entered at the parish there in 2017, I want soldier M16. Me look up in the you know. Me have to get mad, you know. No, me have to get mad and say sorry, you know. So me have kids in the car. What kind of sitting that? And the man tell me to calm down and state of emergency.
Yeah, it's still going on there. Yes, it's still going on now. There is a certain part of it is still going on. Yeah, man. They're still and there's now a soldier camp soldiers
God.
captain. Yeah, right. Yes, man. That's how terrible it is. It's awful, Nat. It is terrible.
Well,
It
I am
is
hoping that the
terrible.
new people them coming now would change the whole scenario, because
It's terrible. It's awful, and I don't know what they're doing with Mark. And as you said, Dayton and Bunting. I mean, Bunting could not even win a seat.
Mm-hmm.
And if you could not win your seat,
Them are reject, you know.
how are you going to govern the country? You get a constituency. You get a constituency to run, and you could not run the constituency. How are you going to run as a minister for the entire country? How you're going to represent the country? You can't.
But remember, say he was minister already, so we already see what he can do. And
He's
like
a failing minister.
that is it, yes, and he's a failing MP too. That's why they vote him out. So that's why I say we must not get into this cycle, this vicious cycle.
Recycling on both sides.
Absolutely.
They have one in Hanover on the other side, the JLP. From he does nothing.
All right. And that's why I said the prime minister and them over that side.
He needs to get rid of them. You're not working, and the people have a voice. The people don't know how strong they are. If you elect someone and they are not working, you put them out. Don't recycle them. What are they coming to do? If you were good in the first place, you wouldn't be rejected.
Him for do the assessment and say who now work, make them go on, man. The people them deserve better.
Listen, I can tell you who cannot lose their seat, you know.
Oh.
Clive Green cannot lose his Floyd Green cannot lose his seat.
Why is that?
PNP South St. Elizabeth. Floyd Green will never lose.
You might work good?
Never lose. Yes, man.
Okay. That's all we want here.
Junction now have water running in pipe. Junction now have KFC, which they never had.
Oh.
The farmers now have irrigating water system down in Kamapen.
From them I work good, we not a problem with them, you know.
Floyd Green will never lose his seat. Never.
The people elect them for work and them for do their work.
Yes, so he will never lose his seat. He's so loved.
Thank God
because
for you.
He worked. Floyd Green is a sure seat.
Thank God for you that. Thank God, yes.
They're going to put back Dwayne Valls because, as I said, Westmoreland is orange.
But I know, hold on there. Okay, it's coming together now. It's coming together.
Dwayne Valls is Central Westmoreland. It's a PNP.
Yes. Which part? George right there?
George Wright. Yeah, because I mean, until now, we don't know what is happening with George Wright, with the entire thing that happened with him, and he was expelled from the party. I don't know his position within the party.
Oh, I see.
George Wright was the only one, and still is the only one can contest with Dwayne and give him a strong opposition.
Oh.
If they put Dion Mailer, listen, Westmoreland people love street persons who are in the street, person who they can relate to. Put it in Dion Mailer, who is a lawyer, they are going to lose. Dion Mailer is not an in the street person.
So well on there now. Where I try to tell me say now and the viewers them, I try to tell we say because Westmoreland, make we just talk a shoot and down. Because nobody can in an argument with you over here. So Westmoreland is orange. So the man them will lose them seat and them cannot go back to their constituencies. Them just decide their mind, say, all right, we're gonna go somewhere where PNP is safe. So then look on the politics.
Yes, that's how they look at it.
Father
They are not looking
God.
at making change. They are not looking at making change. They are putting them in a safe seat.
More the PNP resistant for go down a Westmoreland for me, please. Go do a survey down there and talk to your people them. Which other government MP down there? You have the gentleman one near Moreland. Right?
Moreland, I don't know much about him.
Oh, I don't.
The seat that Wickerman McNeil was in, right?
I believe it is. I think that is where Ian Ailes walk and tell lie upon the people them. Down there.
No, that's in Ian Ailes was in Hanover. He was in Hanover.
Him there Westmoreland too. Him there Westmoreland.
Oh, gee. So they put Ian Ailes. So he is in Grangeville Division.
I must say Grangeville. Him there for true, yes.
Grangeville Division.
I would talk about doing Vaz resign. Look here.
No, he didn't.
Only nobody come by here contact nothing when I go. So please, cause people look to the platform to get accurate information. If a joke can make, put LOL. Please, John Black.
He did not.
Me no remember him doing that.
He did not.
They feel so the people them if George writer work good, you think the people them are gonna put back the Wayne Vaz there?
George, people love George Wright, but as I say to you, right, whenever there is policies and you're trying to build infrastructure, right, people, they used to the handout boss, run an office called link boss.
Oh.
Yeah? All right. Can I say anything more? Need not to say anything more.
Well, we thank you for calling then. Thank you for calling. I'm glad you caught us. I'm glad that you are a friend of JPU. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. All right.
Yes. And Liz will come back and listen to the program if she's not here. And she will hear.
In regard. Yeah, on that part, the other thing with the clergy. Right? I so much wanted was to speak about the politics and what is happening. And I just switched on the clergy, right? As pastors, we have to be tactful in our approach to the crowd. And if we are followers of Jesus, then we are to be like Jesus.
Yes.
I'm going to use a simple scenario with the woman at the well. Jesus knew that this was a woman who is always looking for a man. If he had approached her in a different way, she would not have received the message. But he approached her in a more tactful way. She asked him, give me some of the water to drink. She was in her mind now, little naive man, I find a new man.
So she take a different approach.
Yes. So if he so want to bring a message to the politician as he get them in his audience, right? He should have used a more tactful way in presenting his message.
When I go to a funeral, the focus should be on the deceased and the family and friends, not so?
No. When you go to a funeral, the deceased is not hearing you.
No,
so you're not.
Me never really.
If the sermon is not for the deceased.
Who is the sermon for?
The sermon is for the congregation. As Seventh-day Adventists, the sermon is not for the deceased. The sermon is for the congregation. You have tribute
to comfort.
Yes, you have tribute that. Right. This is the reason why they have tribute that they have persons designated for the tribute, and they also have open tribute, right? And if I listen to the son, what the son was saying is that he was to give a homily, which would have been the eulogy then, what we call the eulogy. And if he's talking about the eulogy for a person, then it should be the life of the individual.
Yes. Boy, what an
If that was
unfortunate.
if that was what he asked to do, then he has totally used it for his own agenda.
But as a clergyman, this could not be his first time officiating a funeral. So he would know what to do, right?
He would.
I hope him come out, come talk when him feel better. Come explain to the people why him do that.
He's not going to do that.
Oh God. You know, funny at all.
It's not. And like I tell you, when Portia Simpson asked that Adventist pastor was to go up there and pray, and he used the platform to campaign, he had serious sanctions for that.
You know, so as an Adventist myself, you know, so we are often encouraged not to really get involved in a politics though.
We are always encouraged. Listen. There is a church, I know of this acting counselor now, he is a church leader. I think he's the first elder. And he has never ever used his platform to campaign.
No, you're not supposed to do that for sure.
He has never. When he uses the pulpit, is to preach Christ and his righteousness. Jesus' love, his love for all. He died for all. It no matter if you're a thief or you're a robber, he died to save you from. If you even feel like you're hopeless and you're undone, he died so that you can have a second chance.
And you're not supposed to go out there and make nobody feel like say I take side. Me see people, the church amigo. Me see when it things start get hot with Trump, you know, so me see people get up and walk out of the church when deacon get up and talk like say boy I'm on one side or the other. People walk out.
You're not supposed. Of course you walk out because that's not what the house of God is for.
No.
It is to call sinners to repentance. And you have to be tactful.
No,
you have to be tactful when you are, when you're approaching someone, I'm saying you have to be tactful.
True. Okay.
You have to be very tactful in approaching an individual.
What a brazen, if he really consciously do that, what a brazen act of violation, though, God. No, I don't mean for laugh.
Using the pulpit as a weapon. You don't do that. It is just like some pastor, whenever they want a sermon, they go to some church member and the church member will tell them everything that is going on, and then the pastor will go in the pulpit and he start, and the Lord said, me and God no malice pastor, so why God have to tell you, tell me?
Them do them sitting there? Lord have mercy. Are the people them will tell them business, them go up, they go ball out?
Then go up there, go ball out the people, them business. I was not growing up in Assembly Adventist. I was growing up in other churches, so I can tell you the lifestyle of those pastors.
Jesus, I know some things say I just talk them at all. I never know people business.
Show them nothing, no Holy Spirit not show them nothing, lie them and tell from the Holy Spirit.
Them are violate the people them privacy.
Listen, when God gave Nathan the message to go to David, he did send Nathan in the public, in the congregation, in the temple. Where did he send Nathan? Where did he send Nathan?
Tell the people them now.
He sent Nathan to David.
And
even when he sent Nathan to David, Nathan was very tactful. When Nathan was delivering the message, Nathan said to David, he know of a man who have how much oxen and how much sheep, and this poor man only have one sheep. And the rich man killed the poor man.
You feel some
get his sheep. And when David passed his sanction about the poor man, Nathan turned to David and said, thou art the man. And when David recognized that it was him and how wicked act that he has committed and you arrived, he went and fasted so much day. So that pastor they were preach and get message and revelation for Andrew and Andrew mother got dead. Tell him say Andrew and God not in no malice. So God would have sent the message to somebody else who would have gone directly to Andrew.
Okay, because everybody have special phone number for God. We never get the phone number directly to God and them one have it. No, so me not laugh here, man. Them are people are not easy at all.
Yes, man. Listen, Andrew, listen, you see? And I'm going to use the platform to say this to the nation. Whether it is JLP or PNP, remember it is God who directs the people. No matter what P them are jump for, it's God who direct the people for that leader. Because God's word has to be fulfilled. And he's going to put up who he wants to be there so his word can come to pass.
Yes, that's true. Lord
so it is
mercy.
not for us to tear them down, but rather if we see they are falling, to embrace them and pray them up so that they can do the right.
It look like so when time them pastor want attention, them start to preach on the politician them. Oh God, man.
I don't listen, man. Where is it? I type and I ask Liz, where is the scripture taken from that the pastor is preaching? I want to know the text because I read my Bible from Genesis to Revelation and I never see them text the way I read out.
Them say I want joke in me that game.
Scripture.
They say I want political joke. Me never hear that the political
God's house is not a house of entertainment. It is not to entertain. And until we look at the seriousness and the depth of righteousness, God's house is not to bring entertainment. Some people say they're not going to Adventist because Adventist dead. We didn't come for entertain. We come for preach truth and righteousness.
Adventists not dead a lie, them a tell. Some of them only go church to make up the nice them and dress up. Them go for no meditation.
That's what they go for. But we come to speak truth. And I heard she was talking about the archbishop and the whole of that. You know, I'm good on in history, no, because I'm a Bible scholar too. I don't want good on in history and revelation and tell him how the archbishop and all of them and Constantine and the whole of them and their wickedness. That's why Martin Luther King was moving away from the Roman Catholicism, and that's why they kill it. Listen, that's another topic, all right? I don't want to go in depth with Liz. I don't want to go in depth. I can go there, scripture after scripture. And what I'm talking with Hitler and all of them, I can go into scripture.
We are for going to some scripture over here one of them time because a lot of the things that I'm seeing happening in our politics today, Jamaica is supposed to be a number one godly country. I mean, I know what in the society where people have become so gullible, you know? Somewhere in the Bible.
Colossians 7 verse 14, if my people who are called by my name will humble and pray and turn from their wicked ways, then I, God, will hear from heaven and heal their land. Until we start God on and kneel and fast and pray. And
the Finsack president did set up the Bible verse that when she talked about the wickedness. She said that, you know, she said Jamaica land now go fully heal until the people them. You know we're going to find it and post it tomorrow.
I think it's Colossians 7 verse 14.
Yes.
Look for him. Not too wrong for scripture. Look for him.
She named the scripture and she said, hey, Jesus have mercy.
Let me grab my Bible. Because my Bible mark up, you know. So my Bible full of mark.
Anybody with them Bible mark up a Bible school then go, you know. Lord Jesus, people.
Oh God, let me take time, get up. All right. Jesus.
People want to tell the truth. Anybody with them Bible mark up, me not like sit down beside them in a church.
Why not? Why?
No man, because them go like say them alone graduate from Bible school.
Oh Lord. Oh, yeah, I know that means that man is go. Yeah, because when we hear, I say, well, let's get them still about Jesus as a politician. Let's come on, man. Do better than that, man. She integrity her own opinion. Oh, my Bible in my bag.
So you agree with me, say Andrew Holness, I forgot unite the country, forget the country away from.
Kind of way, because when I don't know the term, under what circumstance Mark is saying he has to get wicked on them. What do you mean, Mark? Tell me.
A violence.
Wickedness is violence. Are you filtrating violence on other people?
A violence. It can't spell no other way. The man attack what I mean when say, man. A violence him a deal with.
So you can't get it. You cannot get in power. The people won't elect you. So you're going to use violence and get it.
Yeah, because him say labor right now go get up so easy. So a gunman, you know. A gunman, a gun in come with.
So you must pick up the people. Yeah, man. Me right, man. 2 Colossians 7:14.
Okay. Read it again real quick.
Second Chronicles 7:14. If my people which are called by my name shall humble themselves and pray and seek thy face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their, I'm reading from the New King James Version, and will forgive them and will heal their land. Yeah.
That one is for the entire Jamaica, you know.
Yeah, the entire Jamaica. The entire Jamaica.
Yes.
You know, when the Prime Minister won, and I heard his prayer, I think it was when the violence was going on rapidly in the country. And I heard his prayer. I said, truly, this man is a man of God. When the part that I took out of his prayer is that God, man, need a surge of heart.
Jesus.
You can find in prayer, man need a surge of heart, because the heart is what devises this wickedness. So that heart needs surgery.
Lord, I must say that is a serious indictment. A serious indictment on whoever that heart belongs to. We need that kind of surgery. They're not true.
Heart needs surgery.
Jesus, Father. Call the ambulance.
Mark need a heart transplant. He need a new heart.
Call the ambulance, man. Jesus, man. Me not like wickedness, you know. Me can't tolerate the sight of wickedness.
Humble. Humble. Listen, if they realize Peter Phillips' campaign and Andrew House and lost, I am in the street, I hear people said, Andrew build this house in Jamaica, it means that Andrew is going to stay with us. They have it to say, I don't know. It is an allegation. They are saying that PJ Patterson, that's what News on the Street says, he outbid Michael Jackson in a house in Paris. I have no truth for that. Have you ever heard that speech?
Yes, the PJ has a house in Paris, yes, but I don't know if it's true.
They said it right. That's what they said. That's what word on the street. So they were upset with with Peter Phillips campaigning on Andrew's home, and that's why he lost. They were saying it's bad mind and envious.
Bunting say bad mind. Bunting say bad mind and envy.
So listen, if the man is not guilty, why go up on a platform and spread propaganda? Why you going to tarnish a person's character like that? I've never heard Sister P, even when he was going up against Andrew, I've never heard neither of them do anything to defame each other.
No, Portia is a different kind of politician. Certain lines she never cross. Remember, say Portia.
I've never heard she said anything like that. Neither our Andrew was then the opposition. Has he ever said anything to defame Mrs. Simpson Miller? The only thing I heard Portia said, he's going to give him a beating. And Andrew said the Prime Minister can only beat her child.
Mm-hmm. It never got personal. Never got personal, man. Never. Personal attack.
Never.
No.
No personal attack. And these men, they know the law. They are lawmakers. They know the Constitution. And when you are going to go out with information,
this is when during Portia Andrew time, that's when we had some robust discussions about policies and stuff like that. You understand? Never any personal attack, honest to God.
Never ever personal attack. Even with him and Bruce Goldie. And I remember when they put up some defaming thing and Portia Simpson in the debate, and when they asked Mr. Golden if he wants to comment on that, and he said no.
Yeah, that's the politics of maturity.
He said no. They wanted him was to bring down the Prime Minister. He refused. He would not comment on that. That's someone with maturity, regardless of what she may did, and in the forum that she don't bring it to me now. I will not use this forum to further tear her down than you have. That's what he's saying to them simply, simple words.
Yes.
He did not speak the words, but his action tells you that. That's what he's saying. Why is it that Dayton especially, is adamant and destroying person's character? Is it because he has none?
Yes, absolutely. Me tell us, for them style of politics are one dangerous style of politics, We see time and time again, it dangerous, and them open the door for them kind of politics here. And you find say
back the 90s, the 80s and 90s, PJ has put that to rest.
Me don't know where they get them a people. Sometimes I look on them and I say, where PNP get them people from, though, God? Fear call themselves. Them are not politician. Them is nothing more than a set of character assassin.
Coming up, and there was a few PNP persons that I admire. And I said, those were the future leader. I'm going to call them out. And I see PNP boot them out and run them out of the party.
Jesus of mercy, they have start. Them like the riffraff settings.
And this young man, help me with his name. I can't remember his name.
Which one now? Several of them,
He was working on Smile Jamaica.
Raymond. You talk Raymond.
What is his name?
Raymond Price.
Raymond Price. I was looking forward for him for the next Prime Minister.
So then do me love. Then
I see the leadership in him. From he was the president for the PNP youth.
Yes, like how
I have watched him grow and mature and come up, and they run these people.
Put them on backbench. That's what they do. Yes, like how Andrew that take up some talented people and put around him and work with him. Not them people here. Them me say destruction. That are them hallmark is destruction. Them draw on the worst among us. Draw on the worst among us.
Own destruction.
Yes, man. That's why I want Andrew for us unite the country and keep focusing on his work.
Yes, let them stay there fighting.
Nobody no business with them. We just know one yes and nobody dead.
All right, that's it. That's all it is.
But thank you so much for calling. We're glad to hear you.
You're welcome now. Take care. All the best.
Yes, have a good night.
You too.
I'll take one more call and wrap up now, because Mr. One more somebody that I tried to call. We talk for a little while, which is fine. So the person I call back here, I know. Hello, good night. You're live.
Hello?
Yes, you're alive.
Yes, good night, Nat.
Good night. What happened?
There, I was just going to continue the parable, but seeing as everything burst out now, I cannot. Yes, everything that you and that lady said about Westmoreland is so true. I am from Western Westmoreland.
Oh, God.
And I tell you the truth. Westmoreland is TNP country. And majority of the people, they condoning a lot of stuff. Meaning that the handout, it's high. It's up there when the PNP is in power. I always said to them that if you don't notice, Bruce Golding won the election, he didn't want a seat in Westmoreland, including Hanover.
Okay.
Yet the Jamaica Labour Party formed the government. I said, Andrew Holness won the election, and the same thing happened. So I said to them that Westmoreland cannot vote out the Jamaica Labour Party out of power.
Okay.
Because it is so clear to show that 2 times the Jamaica Labour Party won the election. They didn't get a seat out of Westmoreland.
How did the JLP manage to convince the people of Westmoreland in the last election?
Well, the way I see it, is that it reached to a point where they see that Westmoreland is not going green no time at all, while the rest of the country is going green. So I figure more than less, well, maybe a shame, put it that way. And them say, all right, we don't try. But I tell you, I'm a fearless person. And that's how I am. And I will talk the truth. You see, Wickham McNeil, father, he was there for how many years? And that man have done nothing to Western Westmoreland. I'm from Western Westmoreland.
But him still, could I get the people them to put him in every time?
Yes.
Oh, God.
This liar man there, Berbick come in, and Berbick, I don't see what he have done for Western Westmoreland neither. Okay? Here come the son now from Dr. McNeil, that Wickham McNeil, come in. And he's there for, I think it's 5 times as MP. And I've done nothing. Nothing, my dear sister. But what? Westmoreland is PNP country. They know. Poor Marlon Wilson. He's squeezing and squeeze out this man. I tell your sister. for about 40 years, the PNP control Western Westmoreland. I've done nothing.
So what the JLP doing down there so far? Tell us.
Marlon Wilson just come in, and they want him to do what the PNP have not done for 40 years.
Okay, what has he done though?
Well, I'm not much out in the, because I'm a person that I don't really do the running up and down.
Okay, I did it how much years? I did it what, 4 years, you know?
Yeah. I think he's doing a little stuff, but I tell you the truth, you know. I see Westmoreland is good. Don't care if we even do something. I see Westmoreland definitely heading back to the PNP.
Okay.
If they put Peter Bunting right down here right now.
Why do you say that though? Why do you say that? Why do you say that?
Because of the mindset of the people.
You're trying to say that the people them change their mindset 2020 and them will go back to their mindset 2025, and that's what the people them say.
Yes. Because they said that Marlon not do nothing. When I see what Marlon do, because they expect Marlon to do what the PNP have not done for 40 years. In 4 years, they want him to do it.
So no, why I'm don't go out there and go explain to the people then?
I tell you what, you know, if you even go out there and explain to them, the people has their mindset.
Then they no can take. Then they no can take back your worthless people. Them then that. Look here, people have to live with them consequences, you know.
Yeah.
And the people them, the PNP.
Remember, you know, the children of Israel, you know, was a rebellious and still a rebellious nation, you know. Remember, you know, Christ has strengthened their enemies over them.
Look here now, Westmoreland. You know, you know, one of the things I noticed about Westmoreland as I drove through is that a lot of people left the parish because of the underdevelopment. I saw a lot of abandoned homes. Like when you come out of Alan Bamboo and them place there, you go miles and miles and you see abandoned homes, abandonment. The people them left. I'm say, but wait, oh yes, so look so. You know what I'm weird? So if them me know, but if them want to stay underneath that kind of regime, because you see the set of people them we can't go back at them constituency and them try to pack up a Westmoreland, and because they know do political work, you know, so make them stay there, you know. Make them stay there, man.
I tell you what. Let them send Peter Bunting down here.
No, sir, don't tell them something there. Nobody no want about Bunting in a parliament.
You're joking?
Nobody don't want him back. I swear, not even the people that, as much as all the people in my Westmoreland behave like they not no sense.
You're joking. You're joking.
Who want
you
him
really
back?
Don't know these people, my dear.
That's why I love Manchester.
Really
You know? I'm proud to be a Manchester woman. We not run dirty joke, man.
I love St. Elizabeth. People of St. Elizabeth.
No, sir.
St. James again. I love the people of St. James. But they are not stupid.
You know, more some Westmoreland people come over here and talk to it, because me want to ask Westmoreland people who no change your mind 2020. Right? And I am not saying that the current JLP MPs, if they're not working, they don't deserve to be there either. And that me I talk about too, you know. So it guess what now? The people them know. Me not like to hear from them. Why? Is it possible that they would have changed their minds in 2020 and want to change it again in 2025 to go back to a situation where the ones that the ones that want to lead them now even worse than anybody that was there? Cause them vote out from where them come from too.
That's what they comfortable with.
Well, then, so all right then. So if that's the case, then call back Wickham McNeil then for come from Trelawney and come back down there. I bet them.
Because don't get a show, him don't get a show whipping at Trelawney, you know. Now let me tell you now, sister. I grew up into a PNP family. And when I realized about the two-party in governance, the Jamaica Labour Party, as what people always said is the lesser evil, or to the PNP. When you come on to infrastructure, the Jamaica Labour Party is there. Which party build the most hospitals in Jamaica? Which party build the most schools in Jamaica? Which party build the most police station, clinics, and all those things? Which party do it? I'm asking you the question, sister.
I don't know.
It's a Jamaica Labour Party.
Yes, all me look on politics, you know, sir. I listen to everybody who debate politics on these platforms. Yes, me look on politics, me look on the people that we have before we know, who are coming to the people so they want to lead the country. And I listen to them. And if them have credibility, first of all, if they not have credibility, me not listen to them. If they have credibility, then I will see what is it that they come to the people with in terms of our issues that we're dealing with.
That's right.
Because if PMP people in there so right now I talk to it, they may that come say to you say, how who fix the economy that the time there? How who do this, how who do that? So this would be a never ending back and forth about who did what from when. You understand? So I try to look at what is before us and look at the people them, who they are, what is their agenda. And after looking at both of the people them, Andrew Holness and Fimp side, and especially Mark Golden, I get to see that, listen, Mark Golden and them people, they're not ready for no government. They need to go fix the PNP when they mash up on this China. So them not qualified. That's that simple. There's so much more to it, but just on the surface, they're not qualified. They're not fit.
Yes.
So what you think now about when we say that Andrew must unite the country and try to get away from these friggin' toxic colors? I don't like them anymore because I find that they're more divisive than anything.
Definitely, my dear. I'm very, very upset to see they put in on these green and orange flags and like posts and all those. Yes, the color. Get away with the color.
Yeah, man. I could put on Jamaica colors, man.
Yes.
Jamaica colors.
Yeah.
Because you see,
Get away with the colors.
the people them who have in their mind, you know, it's nice.
Yes, I tell you what, you know, Andrew Holness, I think Andrew Holness, really from his heart, that's where he want to reach. He want to unite this country. But it is a mountain.
It is not no mountain. It is not no mountain. Jamaica people, them are one loving set of people. I just look 1 and 2 wicked them were in a gang and them sitting there, and the one them in the PNP, you know. But the majority of the country is a loving, compassionate, decent set of people. You know what people me here say? I went to Jamaica and the people are so warm. The people are so nice. I never hear nobody come back from Jamaica. We visit there and say nothing bad about the people them.
Yes.
So we can unite our country and who not believe in a unity and who not believe in a togetherness and patriotism, believe in our flag and our God, them can go on about them business.
So true. So true. You know, when you look at the two people who form the two party, I understand that both of them are cousins. Look how they love into each other. Look how they love into each other. And look, if those two people could just wake up back and see where the two party is right now. It's like because I don't know how to say it, but the PNP is so bitter. It's so bitter against. You notice when they are in opposition how they operate, and I notice it's a big difference when the JLP is in opposition.
We never
big
see
difference. The JLP.
What is happening?
The JLP
What is happening right now in our politics? We have never seen this before. Now these are new waters we're treading, you know.
Yes, because I tell you what, sister, as what they said, if America have coal and America cough,
we start sneeze.
Yes, because because they are taking Donald Trump lifestyle.
Now Donald Trump and Mark a cousin. That's why I my Mark Golden catch the weight name, because no Jamaican would not have catch that call in America where Trumpism right now. Mark alone that catch it.
Yes.
I don't know where this pan we in Jamaica.
Anyway, me there, you know, we really want to find ourselves as a united Jamaica.
Yes.
Because I always say that, look, I used to do a lot of traveling. And when I meet up, especially in a airport, when I meet up in Jamaica, Lord, me there, it come like I get 150 million in my hand.
Mm-hmm.
How we happy to see each other.
Mm-hmm.
And we greet each other.
And we not talk about politics, we don't care.
No, but when we are here, living here in Jamaica, it's a totally different thing.
Totally different.
We are a powerful nation, you know. If we only could just unite.
Oh God, man.
If we only could just unite, my sister. You know, but you know, God help us.
It's gonna get better, you know. It's gonna get better.
I hope. I truly hope, because truly hope.
Yes,
because we really need a drastic change in Jamaica.
Yeah.
We want to reach, but we want to go back to the days when I am
my brother's keeper. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Love and human compassion toward each other.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much for calling.
Yeah, man. You're always listening, you know.
Yes.
Always listening. I tell you that you really are inspiration.
Thank you.
Especially young people. I hope they are listening to you.
I hope so too.
You know, you're really, you know, really. I just say continue keep up the good work.
Yes, man. Thank you.
Yes, yeah, man.
Have a good night.
Yeah, man. Be good. good. You too.
Yeah. Yes, my fellow patriots. Thank you all so much for joining the platform. I don't know what time you guys' day start tomorrow. My day starts at noon, but I would get up and, do some stuff. And my kid is out of school this week, guys. Fall break. Jesus, Father. Anyway, what time when I get up in the morning? Una Jamaica, una dey 1 hour behind we. But you know what? I put up something on the screen earlier. But because I was talking to our caller, I didn't really get to elaborate on it. It says, your role in politics. So we all have a role to play. We might not be a candidate in the politics, but we all have a role to play. Especially now. When you really think about it. Because every aspect of our life, has to do with the politics. Every single aspect of our life. From our health care to our education, everything. Our children's future. That's why I've always said that we are all activists. We all have it in us to be activists, whether we join other activists, support other activists, as long as our voice is out there in the spaces and in the platforms and just lending out, we're all political activists. Because if nobody never want to participate, a lot of the things that we're able to do, free to do, we probably wouldn't, So, I just want to thank everybody for participating. Silent listeners, big up on yourself. We know a whole heap of silent listener there, but we're not afraid of we, as long as you don't come and make no trouble. We're very friendly over here. Miss Donna, welcome to the platform. I've been reading your comments all night. Thank you. And all the other new people, because I see some new names and some new faces on the platform. We're here about Jamaica and what is right for the country. Me don't like the threat we pose against the country now. Imminent threat in every way. Me don't like it. I'm hoping to someday in the very near future go back to the robust debates that we used to have on policies. That's a more productive, way to have discourse. Hopefully soon. But we got to get over this Trump era, this trumpism in our country. And the people that will come with it. Oh, Miss Donna, 3 hours behind us. Okay. Lucky you. Lucky you. Oh, gosh. Anyway, let us catch up tomorrow, guys. I think them say next week, the next report is going to be tabled in the parliament that the IC submitted. So after the weekend, that's something that's going to have us talking next week. But we'll just see, what transpires in the next few days. And we'll talk again. Thank you so much for joining. And we will catch up tomorrow. Have a good night, guys.
I have never voted for a Democrat, but this year I am proudly casting my vote for Vice President Kamala Harris.
It is a joining of the most formidable movement, political movement in Jamaica. This is the movement of the people of Jamaica.
To put our country first. Country first before party. Country first before political ambition.
Hey. Move out my way. Yes or no?